And that was a disgraceful performance, in my opinion. We threw that game. We gave it away by doing that. We gave them the friggin' game. In my opinion, that sucked.
What is happening, everybody, and welcome to another post-game show. And today the Giants had a chance to get back to 500 and failed to do so. A pretty rough start from Kyle Harrison, just coming off the injured list, and he is not able to really get it done. I mean, he battled out there and looked like he might not even make it through one inning. That first inning was rough, but he did get through it and ended up throwing 3 1/3, gives up 4 runs, 4 walks. He was all over the place, gives up a bomb, 2 strikeouts today. The bullpen did their best to keep it close. The only other guy to give up a run was, of course, Mr. Jackson, Luke Jackson, who is still here despite the Giants sending down Spencer Bivens, who has been so solid. The Giants decide, we'll send him down. I know he has an option, and obviously Jackson doesn't, but good Lord. So Jackson gives up a run, and it turns out that one run was the difference in the game. So in my opinion, we threw this game away. We gave it away by doing that. And we seem to use him quick. I don't get it. I mean, it could have been worse. He just gave up 1 run, but that turned out to be the difference maker today. So that's just crazy. And a day off for Patrick Bailey today. Why does he get days off? We need them in the lineup. A day off from, or a start off. Conforto did get 3 at-bats, but he didn't start the game. And overall, we threw this game. We gave it away by doing that. In my opinion, that sucked. Just like Luke Jackson. All due respect, Luke Jackson's, had his moments. He's all right. He's all right. But this year, he's looked terrible. That dumbass the umpire was horrible. The umpire was calling everything a strike today, especially against, who was it? There was a Chapman today, just got screwed on multiple pitches. Chapman had no chance up there. And by the time the 9th inning came, despite being 1 run down, it was like, dude, we're taking on Emmanuel Clase. He's got a 0.65 ERA. I'm not one to say it's over before it's over, but I couldn't blame you if you were thinking, yeah, we're done. We're cooked. 0.65 ERA. Sure enough, he gets through the 9th inning, did give up a walk, but nobody really had a chance. I mean, it was so bad that even though their Giants were getting outs, Ramos got out, Yaz got out, they were still like, the announcer, like Dave Flynn was like, hey, these guys are putting together some nice at-bats. Like, what? They got out. How's that a nice at-bat? But just because they put the ball in play against this dude and hit a couple foul balls, we consider that a nice at-bat. That's how good Emmanuel Clase is. But anyway, the Guardians almost at Indians would led to the Humm baseball cancellation. The Guardians do have one of the best bullpens in the game for sure. Large Turkey, Lydia P, another terrible umpire. It's all about the money. That's why Jackson is here. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Large Turkey, the first inning was pretty bad because of his control. It was terrible. DFA Slater, Jackson, maybe 1 or 2 more. This game hurts emotionally since I was so hopeful the Giants would be 500 for what, 2.5 months? It's been a while. It's been a while. Those hopes were dashed when Jackson was brought in. We'll put it that way. Sad. No excuse for bad decisions by managers. Keep this in mind, these Farhan matches will be the death of the Giants. Lydia P. Clase put the nail in the coffin. He did. Instant 1. DFA. Jackson. Daniel Berry. Sports Highlights. Member message. What's going on? Nathan says, good game. Let's go Guardians. Close games. Clase is the best closer in baseball. We got Guardians fans up in here. We appreciate your support. And yeah, no doubt about it, the Guardians are a team. I kind of wish I picked them to go all the way this year because I did last year, but this is the year they're doing what I thought they would do last year with that pitching staff. Common Luke Jackson L. And we got to jump on Twitter and see what they have to say about Luke Jackson because Twitter holds, or X or whatever, they have no mercy for Luke Jackson. Look at Trev. The world when Luke Jackson is off the Giants. This is the world when Luke Jackson is no longer with the Giants. Everything will be peaceful. the entire world will be happy and content when that day, if that day, there's no reason why Luke Jackson should still be on this team. Sean Jordan. Trev, do I follow Trev? Yes, I do, and he follows me. I thought so. Sean Jordan, I'll give him a follow. There's no reason why Jackson should be on this team. Lolo, showing some stats of how terrible this man is. The human white flag. I know I follow Dave. Luke Jackson. Giants. Nice of Luke Jackson to be the reason the Giants lose another game. Domestic terrorism continues reign of terror. Erica, how is Luke Jackson still pitching for this team? Holy Moses. But ladies and gentlemen, the Giants unable to get it done today. 5-4 is your final score. We will break this one down. And today's recap is brought to you by Dave Auburn, Giants fan. Ramos needs to hit with runners in scoring position. Well, I mean, I can't be too mad at Ramos. He had a tough day today. He struck out like 3 times today. But he did get a base hit. He did score a run, and he is hitting 300. And he's got an 894 OPS. He's one of the few guys who's actually contributing on a daily basis almost. You know, he's been consistently good. But today, you know, Wade Jr.'s on the bench. Conforto's on the bench. Bailey's on the bench. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what's going on. Bailey's a switch hitter. He needs to be out there 162 gosh dang games a year. I know he's not going to catch that many. The man can DH. I hate modern analytics standards sometimes. I get it, but I don't get it, man. If you're a team like the Dodgers and you're guaranteed to be in the playoffs, that's one thing, dude. Yeah, give your guys days off. Let them be completely fresh. But if you're a team like the Giants, we're not even in the freaking wild card. We have to use every resource we got and eke out every win we can. We can't give away wins. We need, if we got to DFA someone like Jackson, you DFA him and use the minor leaguer who's getting it done. I don't care if it's Spencer Bivens. He's getting it done. And you got a guy who can hit, you put him in the freaking lineup on a daily basis. That's why we have a DH. Oh, but what about Soler? Okay, Soler hitting 226. I'd rather have Bailey. No, he wasn't the problem today. Makes no sense, dude. What needs to go on at least triple to figure out what's going on? Hey, kitty. Tough day. Boo-hoo. Jackson, who gives up the bomb. We're going to recap this one. And basically, the game got started. The Giants did get a leadoff double from Soler. Nothing doing after that. And then the Guardians came through right away. Harrison was all over the place. Stephen Kwan, who is an absolute beast, got a base hit. Angel Martinez walked, and Jose Ramirez got a base hit. Josh Naylor grounded out, and that was a nice play by, if I recall, that was Chapman, who made a nice play to first base. He could have tried to get him at the plate, but at that point in time, it's like, we got to get an out somewhere. So he got an out at first, 1-0. David Fry walked. Kitty, what are you doing? What are you doing? Noel with the sac fly, 2-0. Freeman with the base hit. And I thought they might go get Harrison right then and there. But Harrison somehow, some way got out of the inning. Giants had nothing to offer in the top of the second. And then the bottom of the second, Stephen Kwan hit an absolute bomb to center field that just kept on going. 4-0 Guardians. And then in the fifth, finally, the Giants began the comeback effort. And it started with a Jorge Soler walk, Ramos with the base hit, and then it was Chapman walking. Conforto struck out, making it 2 outs for Tyler Fitzgerald, who line drive base hit to center field, 4-2 at that point. Stole second base, and Matt Chapman steals home on the double steal. And at that point in time, the Giants had some energy. It looked like we might actually come back. But then in the 6th inning, who came in to pitch but Luke Jackson, and Noel crushed a home run, and that gave them the 2-run lead they needed. So the Giants had one more run with the Conforto double, but that was it. 5-4 the final score, and the Giants lose the game. They did bring up a new guy. He did not pitch today. And I forgot his name offhand, but I know I believe he's been in the big leagues before. Colton Ingram. Yeah, Colton Ingram has been promoted. He has been in the big leagues at some point, I think with the Angels or Cardinals. Let me see. It was the Angels back in 2023. Didn't do very well. He pitched in Columbus State in the Peach Belt Conference, ladies and gents. So shout out to him for making it to the big leagues from the Peach Belt at Columbus State. He was originally drafted in the 37th round, and he went to Memphis this year with the Cardinals, pitched pretty well, and Giants picked him up. And now, after just one scoreless inning in Double-A, he's here. Now we'll see if he actually pitches. But 37th freaking round. He is the only dude besides Bryce Jarvis to make the big leagues from that round. Colton Ingram back in the bigs. And we need to use him too, because damn. Credit to this Noel kid. His first big league at bat was a home run. Very impressive swing of the bat too. And maybe we can shout out and get a look at that one. Yeah.
Right now, get up to 100.
Guardians have some really good stuff going on this year. They look like they got some magic going on. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a deep October run. I don't know if they'll make it to the World Series or win the World Series, but they got as good a chance as anybody right now. Boom!
Drives it to deep. Drives it to
Bam!
Drives it to deep left field and gone to Center City. Big Christmas runs the bases as the Guardians are up now 5-3.
We wanted to go a little shorter. He said, I could have had 4 right there, but let me pull it. Get out a little quicker.
Nice bomb right there from Noel. And, unfortunately, we're in, Giants have won a bunch of series consecutively. We can't complain. We can't expect to win every single night. This would have been a one to win because they had to come back. And, the one run was given up by, of course, Jackson. But Noel, with his second bomb there, or is his second or third bomb of the year? That one is first, but apparently he hit a home run in his first big league at bat. Luke Jackson is the weak link and single-handedly responsible for 6 losses this season. Should have let Jackson go. Luke Jackson seems to give up at least one run every time. He does. So, Luke Jackson is definitely 100% a weak spot in the bullpen. And even if we look at his exact numbers, ladies and gentlemen, last 7 games, he has an ERA over 10. In his last 6 innings of work, he's given up 11 hits, 7 runs. In his last 15 games, he's given up 17 hits and 11 runs in 14 innings. In his last 30 games, he's given up 31 hits and 19 runs in 28 innings. That's a 6.11 ERA in his last 30 games. He has actually appeared in a total this year of 29 games. So this is going back to last season. Last season, he was all right. He had a solid ERA, didn't give up nearly as many hits, didn't give up nearly as many walks. And I don't know what's going on this year, but he's not actually walking a ton more. But it's mainly his strikeout numbers are down. Last year, he had a 11.6 per 9 strikeout ratio. He was striking dudes out. He was actually filthy. This year, 7 per 9. I don't know. His velocity seems down. His stuff is not as sharp, and he's just not the dude. And we're not going to freaking just put up with it. Right? They have to know in the front office. I don't know how clueless the front office is. Like, I don't know how in touch they are with a normal fan. They got to know that people are getting fed up with Luke Jackson. I don't like to hate on players, especially young guys coming up, but Luke Jackson's been around a long mother effing long time. So it's not like, it's not like we can't just let him go. He's been around since, I think he was drafted back in 2010. So he's been around a long time, ever since the Giants' first World Series. That's when he got drafted. He's not super old, but you never know with these guys with that much mileage on their arm. He might be injured. He might need surgery. I don't know what's going on. Has he had Tommy John? Maybe he's Tommy John. He actually did have Tommy John. I'm pretty sure. He had Tommy John. That's why he missed after his brace. He's just coming back from Tommy John. So I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't know what's wrong with him. I really don't know what's wrong with him. But he got to get it together. He's got to figure it out. Just put him on the IL, send him on rehab or something. Because good God. That was the loser today, that run. If that run hadn't been scored and the Giants still scored their run in the 7th, we'd have a tie game. We might still be playing. We might have won this game. And that's the way Giants fans are going to look at this. But shout out to the lineup today for giving it a good shot, but it wasn't enough. Giants today, here's the big losing stat. Ladies and gents, Giants had a runner in scoring position 13 times. The Cleveland Guardians had a runner in scoring position 4 times. How do you lose that? By going 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position and leaving 10 on base. You freaking guys have to hit with runners in scoring position. The Guardians go 2 for 4. They hit 500 with runners in scoring position, and that's the difference in this game. That's the difference in the game. Harrison battled as best he could. The bullpen did the best they could. You could blame it on Jackson, and I do, but let's keep in mind the Giants went 1 for 13 with runners in scoring position. And then the last at bat of the game, after we somehow worked a walk against Clase, Conforto goes and swings at that first pitch and grounds out to end the game. And that's all that I can say. Clown, Melvin the Mummy. Harrison should have gotten some time rehabbing in San Francisco. Guardians had 11 left on base last night against y'all. Yeah, that's why we won the game. You leave guys on base, you lose. You hit with runners in scoring position. I mean, I can't expect it every single night, but I can't expect Luke Jackson not to pitch every single night because at some point we have to give up on Luke Jackson. At some point, you got to give up on Luke Skywalker. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of today's game? Final score 4-5. Tomorrow, a chance to win the series, which would be what, 4 straight series? I lost count. Giants are actually playing good as far as series go. We're not sweeping anybody, but we are winning the series, and that has to be pointed out. I can't find the game tomorrow. Okay, tomorrow's an early game, 1:40 Eastern time. I'm sorry, I lost my place. Here it is. So Carrasco against Birdsong, and I'm pretty happy with Birdsong's 10 strikeouts already, 1-0. Dude, Hayden Birdsong's a beast. Hayden Birdsong's going to go out there against the veteran Carlos Carrasco, and he's not having the best season, but he's got a great track record. Giants have never faced, maybe they have faced Carrasco at some point because they do have some stats against him, but the Guardians certainly have never faced Birdsong. So this will be a fun one tomorrow. The rookie against the veteran. What's going to happen? Giants got to finish it up and get another series win heading home to face the very tough Toronto Blue Jays. Payer of the game brought to you by Nick Chaplin. Let's take the series. Yeah, I hate benching all our good guys. I mean, yeah, you got to keep everyone fresh. I like the fact that they give everyone a chance to play, but we take it to a point where, like, how many games has Patrick Bailey played this year? I feel like percentage-wise, 75% of the game, maybe I'm wrong. Let's see. He's played in, and this is just appearances. Some of these are pinch hit, not starts. 62 games. The Giants, 62 games. Let's see. 44 and 46. 62 of 90. Ladies and gentlemen, he's played keep doing the math wrong. It is really not that difficult math. Keep on misclicking. I'm going to get angry in a second. He's played in 69% of the games this year. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Patrick Bailey has played in 69% of the games this year. Not starting, just made an appearance. Patrick Bailey, our first round pick, one of the best bats we got. A switch hitter. A switch hitter. So it's not about lefty-righty. A switch hitter has played in 69% of the games this year. Yeah, he was out for, okay, he had a little concussion, but still, he barely ever plays as much as he should. He should be in there every single day. And I know it's not old school. I'm not trying to, I know it's not, I know it's not the 80s and 90s, but even Buster Posey, who before the DH existed, ladies and gentlemen, this is before the DH. So he didn't DH. 148 games, 148 games, 147 games, 150 games, 146 games. We're not talking 80s, we're not talking about Carlton Fisk. We're talking about Buster Posey. Patrick Bailey can't play in 150 doggone games? Maybe I'm a dumbass. Maybe I'm a dumbass. I know he was on the IL, but even if he wasn't on the IL, he doesn't play enough to get 150 games. There's no way. There's no way he would have made 150 games even with his time on the IL. Cleveland wins it. I don't remember Posey being off every 3 games or every 4 games. Obviously, I'm a big Patrick Bailey fan, and it's nothing against the backup catcher, Casale, or whoever we put out there. Like, okay, Casale did good today. He got on base. He walked 3 times. But I'm just saying, dude, we have a DH. Tough loss today. Should have kept Bart. There's Corona Accounting Solution. Last chance to keep the streak alive. That's not what's going on. The streak is about to end. Oh no. I didn't even think about it until I just saw you there, Jason Corona. I was literally going to end this streak and I completely forgot about it. We should have kept Bart. Tough days, ladies and gents. Tough days. He ran out of gas last year. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. Why guys didn't ever used to run out of gas? Why are guys running out of gas now? They didn't used to run out of gas. Is human evolution taking a turn here? Are we getting what's going on here? Why didn't players used to run out of gas? I'm trying to figure this out. There it is, the streak. I was just waiting for this to come in. The streak, 999. Who did we get for Bart? We got I know who we got. Austin Strickland. Austin Strickland from Kentucky. And there he is right here. He is in San Jose. He's actually pitched already 12 games in San Jose, 3.66 ERA. He does have 24 strikeouts and 19 innings, and the Giants are going to keep a good eye on him. The Giants, trust me, as long as Farhan's there, they want this guy to get promoted so they can say, hey, we made a good trade for Bart. Look, we got a guy who can pitch. And I hope they're right. I hope it happens. But Austin Strickland does have that advantage going for him. Otherwise, he'd be just another 8th-round pick who could get released any day. But I think the Giants are going to hang on to him because they want him to make it so that they can justify that trade. And so far, so good. He's looking good at San Jose, got to say. Many players hit the wall when it comes to production. Many years thanks to PEDs. Well, I don't know. I just remember, I'll pick like Matt Williams, for instance. I'm just throwing a guy. He had some PED rumors or connections, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. I just threw out a random dude. Actually, he played. He actually was on injured a lot. But when he was younger, 159 games, 157 games, 146 games, 145 games, 112 games in 94 because of the strike, 151 games, 135 games, 154 games in 99 with the Diamondbacks. He was old at that point, and he still played 154 games. I mean, some years he had injuries. I remember he broke his foot one game, but like nowadays, nobody's playing 155. Nobody's playing 150 games. Not on the Giants anyway. Not on the Giants anyway. We all become Devo, DFA Farhan. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow. Player, thank you for the streak. Jason Corona, keeping the streak alive. I do appreciate it. Player of the game. Did I put the player of the game today? I thought I did, but maybe not. A player of the game today is going to be Bob Best for the $4.99. Greetings from Reno, Nevada. Just joined the chat. Is your streak still going? I agree with a lot of what you're saying. Is the streak still going? It is just before you sent that. Corona sent one to keep the streak alive, but I appreciate it. Bob Best still helps out big time. Thank you so much. And how are we doing over in Reno? I need to visit Reno again. I was there last year. I will be back in Reno this year. I want to go to some more games there. I already did my stadium review. That way I can just go relax and enjoy some games. You guys got a nice stadium. But thank you so much, Bob Best. Player of the game today. Let's go with Tyler Fitzgerald. Came up with a big hit, a couple RBIs today, and good to see him back in the big leagues. Tyler Fitzgerald, player of the game. And a nice job by Jelly. By the way, Jelly, 3.3 ERA. He's doing pretty well. Taylor Rogers at ERA under 2. Let's give shout out where shout out is due. Some of these bullpen guys, we're all pissed at Luke Jackson. Every team's got at least one terrible arm coming out of the pen. We got to give respect to guys Randy Rodriguez, Taylor Rogers, Sean Jelly. Very nice job today. And shout out to most of the bullpen. And look, Jackson, man, I know Jackson's a nice guy, and he's doing his best. I think he's trying out there. But if he needs to go on the IL and he's going to rehab or something, figure out what's going on, I'm all for it. But he's just not getting it done lately. So we got to figure something out. I say the same thing about anyone. I say the same thing about anyone out there who's just not getting it done. Different times, Eric, and different mindsets. We all gotta adapt to the times. Adapt. I get it. But here's what I look at it. I can understand if you're a team that's already going to the playoffs and you want to save your guys, give them days off. I would not complain at all. If I'm a Dodgers fan and they're benching, one of their best players or whatever. I don't know, whoever. They got a million of them, so just pick one. They decide to give Freddie Freeman a day off. They decide to give Ohtani a day off. I wouldn't be mad. We lose. So what? We're winning the division. When the playoffs come, they're going to be in there every day. But the Giants we're trying to make the playoffs. Every single win matters. Every single win matters. You got to tell that to your team. Got to give them a speech. Got to guys, if you're tired, stop going to the club. We need every win we can. We're trying to win the World Series. We got to get in the playoffs. The Dodgers got a grip on this division. I don't know if we can catch them, but we can get in via the wild card. We're still going for the division, but if it doesn't work out, we got the wild card. So we need y'all to be fresh every night. End of story. If you can't come to the plate and bat 4 daggone times, you might be in the wrong freaking line of work. World Series ain't going to happen. I know. I was told that in 2014, though. 2014, we sucked, right? We had no chance. You never know. Once you're in, you never know. Giants have won the World Series how many times? Wait, Giants were a wild card in 2012 and not 2012, in 2002 and made the World Series. Giants have been a wild card. Were a wild card in 2014 and made it to the World Series. It's not impossible. 2 of our last 4 World Series appearances were wild cards. Thank you guys. 30 minutes have come and gone. I'm out of here. Hit the thumbs up. Hit the subscribe. Thank you so much. When they lost 9 of 10, I know it's hard to remember because it's been 10 years. The radio was pissed. Post-game shows. I mean, I didn't have this channel, but at that time I listened to the radio. There were people calling in like, this team ain't going to have no parade this year. Obviously, the guy who was running that, I don't remember who it was at the time, completely agreed. He was like, dude, yes, they have no chance. Giants in 2014 were had some losing streaks. They had some bad times. They finished this season losing 6 out of 8 games. They are 6 out of 9 games. They at one point had lost 6 in a row. They at one point lost 9 out of 10. They had some tough times in that season. Now we look back and we think of the glorious championship, like this is one of the greatest teams. But there were tough times during that season. I remember vividly. Like right now, if the Giants were to get hot this year, let me tell you this. People aren't going to believe me. We tend to have our mindset like on the now. If the Giants were to get hot, let's just say some magic happens. I'm not predicting this. Get hot, win the World Series in 2024. In 10 years from now, if I told you, man, 2024, there were times we sucked. People are like, what? No, that 2024 team was magical. Like, no. Remember Luke Jackson? Yeah, the pitching was, yes, but the pitching was there, but we couldn't score runs. Yeah, there was like multiple games where we couldn't score more than like 2 runs per game. 3 or 4 runs every single night. We Giants could not score any runs. Even when we win, it'd be like 5 to maybe like 3-1, 4-1 at best. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'm out of here for now. Thank you for the super chats to keep the streak alive. Check out my latest videos. I'm doing lots of videos on prospects. The draft is coming up. I know who I want the Giants to draft. They probably won't, but I'm super excited. I'll be live streaming the entire draft. And it's going to be super fun, and I cannot wait. Thank you guys for being here. Good job today. Not a great job, but a good job by Kyle Harrison. He battled out there. You know, he didn't have great stuff. He was all over, but he did get through 3.5. And you could say a lot of it was luck. But you know what? Something y'all like to call luck, I like to call, well, luck, I guess. You guys have a great day. Shout out Adam Sandler. And he's backstage, but we didn't have time to get him on today. Maybe next time. Sorry, Adam. We'll get you on next time. Have a great day, and we'll see ya tomorrow.
Swing. There's a high drive into deep right field. Going back, Tatis at the warning track, at the wall. Goodbye.
Deep to right field, ranging back, Tatis all the way to the wall.
Get into the gap. Is anybody there? No. There it comes! And the throw! Not in time! And this one is over!
We were I don't know, I don't have a word to describe us tonight. And it just